Oh man, I am in a sketchy place. I'm glad I got Echo with me. Holy cow. Where's the exit? It's like, how can I get out here? I'm feeling pretty uncomfortable. I need some protection. You see, I got Echo in there, in the front window right there. He's watching me. He's not really, he doesn't just bark like obsessively, but if he sees like a dog walk by, then he will bark at it. It's so hot here that there's not really anybody out right now walking their dogs or anything. I mean, I just walked the dogs for a couple minutes and it's hot. So they got to do their thing, but then we go right back inside, and that's what everybody else is doing here. It's just too hot to be outside. It's like 98 degrees. So he should be good. Honestly though, the other day I was gone. I drove around. I can't even remember what I was doing, but I drove around, and so I was gone for a little bit. And I had the blinds down because I was like, well, if the blinds are down, Echo won't see anybody walking by, and so he won't bark. And he doesn't bark at people. Like if someone walked into our camp, he might bark, but he'll bark at dogs if a dog's coming by. Sometimes, it depends. And he won't bark obsessively. He'll just do a few barks, and then once the dog's gone, he'll stop. But what happened was I came back and he wrecked the blinds. It's just like the standard like metal leveler blinds or whatever you want to call them. And he wrecked them. I mean, he bent them up and stuff, and there's a couple holes in one of the screens now that I got to fix. And it's really rare that he does that, but we're used to being out in the outdoors. And so here it's more populated, there's people around. So there's things for him to look at. Oh, there's also a cat. That's probably what he was going crazy after was. There's a cat that I've seen catching lizards, and it brings the lizard in, and then the lizard kind of runs around, I guess, and the cat keeps chasing it. So I'm pretty sure that's what Echo was excited about. So this time I left the blinds open, so he won't mess up the blinds. And one thing is, everybody here is running their air conditioner. When you're inside your rig and you got your air conditioner going, you can't hear anything outside. It's not really a noise concern. Late at night might be a bigger issue. But like I'm saying, my dogs, they're not barkers. I haven't had anybody complain before. When I come back to camp, Dodger will start barking because Echo will get excited. I'm always worried about that when I leave the dogs behind. Like, are they going to disturb anybody? Because I want to just kind of keep the peace, and just be cool. Like, I'm kind of a nature boy, and so coming into society, like, I don't want to cause any rifts with anybody. If you saw last night, I went to the Dollar General, and I mean, I saw some sort of robbery take place. I can't explain exactly what happened because I don't know, but I was right there and there were other people watching and everybody's just kind of looking around. I'm glad I got Echo with me. Holy cow. So the truck's running really good. I just took it out for the test drive. Basically, I waited till the sun went down, so it's a lot cooler. I got the windows rolled up right now because I am in a sketchy place. This is still Quartzsite. But once the sun goes down and the tourists have all left, all the nomads, people like me, we've all left because it's too hot. Now I'm stuck here because I'm working on the truck and I'm staying at the RV park. But so I thought I'd head out tonight, go get some groceries. And there's not a lot of great options. And once the sun goes down, the good grocery stores are actually pretty closed. They're closed at like 7. So I went to the Family Dollar and I was mostly looking for eggs. And there's not good lighting in here. Yeah, that's a little better. I was looking for eggs and there weren't any at the Family Dollar, so I went to the Dollar General, and that's where I am now. And the Family Dollar was kind of sketchy, and in the Dollar General, yeah, I don't want to be in the city. And this is Quartzsite, like it's a tiny, tiny little town. There's definitely druggies here, like meth heads, basically. And there's some, I don't want to be in this town at night. That's what I'm saying. I just saw 2 people at the register, and they ripped off the lady at the register somehow. I don't understand exactly how. They're wearing those like paper masks or those cloth masks, those, you know, those stupid masks that you don't see anybody wearing anymore. And so it's like, oh, it's kind of suspicious. Why are they wearing those stupid masks? And it's like, oh, yeah, they just, I don't know, they stole something or something just happened. The lady at the register was upset. They just walked out and everybody's just standing there like, I think they just walked out on you somehow. And she's like, yeah, they just scammed me. So I'm like thinking about like, oh, where's the exits? Like, how can I get out of here? What if somebody, you know, if something happens, I'm getting out of here, you know? I'm not used to city life, and you know, I don't even usually go into Walmarts, but I'm feeling pretty uncomfortable. I got Echo with me, so I know he would warn me like if there's anybody walking up to the car right now. But I just want to record this and let everybody know, like, these things like this is like one of the main reasons why I don't want to be in, I don't know what the word is, like civilization, I guess. Because I'll tell you what, like, I've been out in the desert for the last few months, and compared to this, like, I felt completely safe, like completely safe. Here now I'm like, oh, I need some protection. I need something. I need to, and I've only been out for like a half an hour. I just hit 2 little stores. You know, I got approached by somebody on the street. Like, I just kind of ignored them, but you know, they're gonna ask me for money or something basically. And it's like, that stuff makes me feel uncomfortable. You know, I'm not used to that. I mean, I live in the woods. I live in the desert. I live out in nature, and it's just me and the dogs and our trailer and our gear in the truck, and that's all we need to be happy. And I feel hella safe. I mean, the contrast is real, and like, I'm just really noticing that. It's getting hot in here. Just closing the windows up. It gets hot. Like, I still need a little bit of groceries, so I was like, oh, I'll go to the store tomorrow, and yeah, I might, but it's going to be in the daytime. The sun just went down too, like an hour ago, and it makes sense. Like, that's when people come out because it's cooler. Oh man, just like I just felt so uncomfortable in there. I got eggs. I got the eggs though. So those are kind of the adventures that happen in town, I guess, in Quartzsite. You know, I haven't had any problems in this place. And so I'm not going to talk bad about this place because it's actually really awesome. And yeah, it's really awesome here. I would definitely recommend to come here and stay. It's a good price. It's got all the services you need. You know, it's basically pretty clean. You know, it's kind of run down, but it's awesome. It's really quiet too. It's really, really quiet. So where I'm headed right now is one of my subscribers recommended the auto shop that we're going to, and that's making me feel really good. So thanks to Tim, because he's recommending this guy that's about 8 miles from here. The truck's running really good, so I kind of don't need the work right now, but I'm still going to follow through with it because I already asked this guy if he would do it. And he said I can bring my truck there, drop it off, because he wants the engine to be cool when he works on it tomorrow. And he's going to give me a ride back here today. So I'm just going to go down, drop the truck off, and then he's going to give me a ride back. Like, this guy sounds super awesome. I'm not going to say the name of the place yet until the work is done. And I'll talk to him a little bit, I guess, and see if it's okay if I give him a shout out, you know, if I'm happy with the work. But so far I'm really, really excited. And like, I feel like he's the best option here in Quartzsite as far as getting work done by somebody who is trustworthy and is not gonna, you know, mess up my truck. It's really just a spark plug change. So, I mean, it's actually pretty easy for, you know, a normal mechanic. Someone like me though, trying to do it on this truck, I'm really happy to not attempt it and just pay someone to do it. So I'm gonna drive down there right now. I just texted him, and so he said he'd be ready when I got there so he can give me a ride right back. So I'll let you know how that goes. I can't actually get an awesome shot right now because of the wind. But this place is really pretty cool. You see all these structures down here. I'm gonna get some really good shots, but right now I'm waiting for my truck. This guy is pretty awesome. I'm excited about him doing the work. He was texting me all day today, sending me pictures, photos of what he was doing. And you know, I feel good about the work he's doing, and the price he charged me seemed very reasonable to me. And so he changed out the spark plugs. The problem is I only got 6 out of the 8 changed because 2 of them are basically so rusty that he couldn't get the socket around. And he said he cleaned it, he tried to use a pick to scrape away at it, but he couldn't get the socket around it. So those aren't gonna come out. And from what he told me, it's gonna be a big deal to get those out. But the good news is that my truck is gonna run at least as good as it always has, which is actually, it runs really great. I don't have any other issues with it. I'm just worried about those 2 plugs. If something happens to those, which it's been like that for who knows how long, and the truck's been running fine. So hopefully nothing will happen, because, well, I don't want to get into it, but it's bad. If something happens to those, it's bad. So he's coming by here to pick me up. I mean, this guy is really awesome. Like, he works on the vehicle, and he picked me up here last night. No, he dropped me off. I drove down there to his place. It's about 8 miles away. Then he took me back to the trailer park and dropped me off right here. And he's coming to pick me up in the truck right now. And this place is pretty nice too. It's a good deal, and the electricity works great. That's the only thing I really need here. And the electricity works great. And it's a good price, and this place is super quiet. And at night, wait until you see this place at night. Like, it's pretty cool. There's something right over there that you'll see at night, which is like kind of the coolest looking piece here. It's funny because they leave the lights on even though it's the daytime. So all these lights are actually on right now.